Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Magicians Without Borders Conversations. This is our episode number 7, and as always, I am here with Tom. Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm very good. Very
So
good.
good to see you, Tom.
How are you? How are you?
Good, good. Everything's fine here in South America. So eager to talk to you about this new chapter in El Salvador that we have going on since a year ago.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, so cool, so
My
cool.
my
So
my my
yeah, go
sound
ahead.
is delayed.
Oh yeah, that happens. I think my sound is a little bit delayed too. So if I
Okay,
talk,
okay.
then it's gonna be
No problem.
like a couple of seconds before you
No,
hear.
I speak and then I hear it a second later. Is that
Oh
okay? Is
yes,
that okay?
that's perfect. That's perfect. A little bit of delay.
All
So
right,
hello
all right.
everyone that's joining us here live. I've seen some comments here. So hey to Maria Regina, how are you? And we're about
Welcome
to start.
everybody.
Yeah, we're about to start, Tom. So I just wanted to get started today with flipped it around and just say that the first thing I wanted to do was asking people that are hearing us to in order to continue our work, we usually turn these conversations towards the end in a fundraising moment. But I want to do this at first here today, just to remind everybody that we are a 501c3 nonprofit in the United States, and we get donations, and that's how we can continue our work worldwide. So if you want, please consider going to magicianswithoutborders.com/donate in order to support the work. And anything you want to say about that, Tom?
That it's important that we are completely supported by individuals. We don't have any corporate or government support. We just have individuals who really like what we're doing and support it. Not with big donations. Whatever you can contribute really helps. So thank you very much.
Awesome. So I just wanted to do this at first because this next story is very inspiring. But to give it some context, I wanted to ask you, Tom. So you the first time you went to El Salvador was around 13, 14 years ago,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And right now we're gonna talk with our newest head local magician from El Salvador, who actually you have not met face to face yet,
No,
right?
I haven't.
And he's been working for over a year with these kids that have done amazing things. We're gonna have one of them here on later on, Kimberly. She's gonna join us later on. Kimberly, vamos a hablar contigo un poquito después. Entonces, más tarde yo te invito. And we're gonna hear the story from those two perspectives, from a teacher and a student of a third education chapter, because as we have seen, right, you started the first one in Asoprosar in Santa Ana, right? From there we met Peter, and then we met Michael Six Muldoon and Devonte, who helped you as teachers, right?
Yes,
And then
yes.
from there, Marisela and Peter started another chapter that we did in San Salvador, in the capital, with another partner called Glasswing, and they did that for a year. And afterwards, through some other serendipitous connections, we feel that okay, hold up, because I think that okay, Willie, you're saying that the feedback's terrible. I try to fix it. Let me know if it's better. I don't know why there's so much feedback going on. But let me just try and correct this.
And also this the delay in my voice. Can you hear me, Carlos?
Let me see. Can you hear me, Tom?
I can. Can you hear me?
Okay. I'm hearing you perfect. Let us know on the comments if the audio is better. We did a little tweaking over there. So the idea
Yeah,
now
and
is, go ahead, Tom.
I was just going to say that delay and echo in my voice is gone, so it's much better.
Yeah, might be my problem. I hope I fixed it. so, so I just wanted to get your thoughts on how this is moving forward, right? Because you've seen the progress that this has done, but without you, right?
Yeah.
And we've started some other chapters that you were not involved since the beginning, right? Like the one in Costa Rica, and the one in Salvador, and actually the one that I started with in Colombia. So I just wanted to get your feelings about that,
And also South Africa.
and also South Africa. Yeah.
You know, well, I think like any father, and I'm sort of the father of Magicians Without Borders, when their
Certainly.
children grow up and leave home, uh, of course, you're happy that they're going off on their own and living their life without you. But there's a part of you that's sad that they're leaving. You know, those scenes of parents. I don't know if it happens in Colombia, but here in America, parents driving their child to college and leaving them there and driving away, you know, or them getting married, you know, or all of that. So I'm very, very happy that Magicians Without Borders seems to have a life of its own, you know, that it can exist without me. And that's because of you. It's not because of anybody else, you
I think
know.
it's because of the idea. The idea is very, very promising and very, very inspiring.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. And I often say people donate because, you know, we work with children, we perform for children, we help young people develop through learning, practicing, and performing magic. But children and magic, it doesn't get too much better than those two words, children and magic. And I think people are very excited by that. And then when we use magic to make the world a better place, not just to do birthday parties or make money or corporate events. Nothing wrong with that. That's terrific. Magicians need to make a living, but we also know we can use magic in these ways to make the world a better place. And you are carrying that mission on, Carlos, in
Oh
such a
yes.
wonderful way.
Oh yes,
And
I'm honored to do so, and I also think that the idea is so empowering that you want to take it further and help with it. And I think that is the reason, the main reason, that we have been able to find different people around the world, like the next one that I'm gonna introduce right now, who just by the idea was inspired of saying, hey, I want to help, I want to join, I want to create an education chapter. What do I have to do? And he was very eager and very, very motivated to do so, to start. And how about we bring him in?
okay,
So this is going to be the first time that you're actually going to have a conversation with him, because now, of course, with technology, it's easier to reach out to people, to connect with people that think similarly than you, and that we can develop things together. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you a guy from Ahuachapán, El Salvador. So, because he's from Ahuachapán, El Salvador, I am pretty sure that most people would like to know and see where Ahuachapán, El Salvador is. So, I'm going to show you in a video where Ahuachapán, El Salvador is, and then we're going to bring on Mario. So,
wonderful.
this this is how this is where Ahuachapán, El Salvador is at. Take a look. There you go. It's a little video. Let's see this plays out. So yeah, that's it. We're gonna go all the way to Central America, And over there, there's a bunch of countries that are wonderful. The smallest one is called El Salvador. And in El Salvador, on the northern part, it's our local partner called KOIKA, the Korean Youth Center. And right over there is where our next guest is from. So please welcome Mario Sierra. Mario, ¿cómo estás?
Hello,
¿Cómo estás,
everyone.
Mario?
Gracias. Thank you for this me for Magician Without Borders from here in Ahuachapán. Sorry.
Eso, Ahuachapán, El Salvador. Estamos muy felices de que estés acá con nosotros, Mario. Esto lo podemos hacer si quieres en español y yo traduzco, o si quieres lo hacemos en inglés, como tú quieras, como prefieres.
I will try to do in English.
Buenísimo. We're gonna try this
gracias.
in English. So I actually I wanna take this story, tell this story from the end, not from the beginning. And the end is that we were so lucky, Mario, to have you here in Bogota. This is in February, right before the pandemic hit, like right before. You were so lucky that you were able to visit us. So we had the honor of having Mario teach a class here with the kids in Colombia, in Bogota. So this is Mario teaching a class in Colombia, and that's so cool that happens. Because we rarely have that chance to physically be with another teacher of another country. So this was just wonderful, and I just wanted to thank you, Mario, that you took this trip, and it was just so amazing for us to have you. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on it real quick. Like, how was it for you being here in another country, in Colombia, but teaching as a teacher of Magicians Without Borders to a new group of students that were not your own students? What were you feeling?
Yes. For me, it was a great experience when I went to travel to Colombia, because my travel was a trip, not to connect to Magician Without Borders. But when I stay in Colombia, no work. The 2 weeks ago, I write to Carlos López. Hey, Carlos López, I'm going to Colombia in 2 weeks, and it's a pleasure for me. And I like to meet, because Carlos López, I never face to face, and
Never met. Mm-hmm.
My first time was in Colombia, and
Yes.
was a great experience. Carlos Lopez, thank you for all in Colombia. But the experience, it was a great, because share magic with another people, with to the different culture. It's very different, because the people in El Salvador, people, my students, it was a little shy. But when I stay in Colombia, I told to the Carlos Lopez that the children, it's money, it's love more, and create a one effect magic. People talk, and here in El Salvador, it's very difficult, because people, I don't know how do you say, I don't know how do you say when people the aprendiz, como
Shy?
rápido.
Well, when they're learning, like when they're learning, cuando son aprendices.
Yes, and when combine the magic with when you performing magic and talk, it's very difficult, because you stay do magic, and when you speak, it's difficult for me too. And Colombia, when I don't remember the children that the perform in time, but I don't remember. He has 12 years. I don't remember,
Mm-hmm.
but it in the stage put the card and speak. For me, wow. Tamara, it's a great teacher. I say Tamara is a great teacher because uh, people performing and talk. It for me, it's
Mm-hmm.
a big difference from here in El Salvador, because here I told that people are only performing on only talk, but
Oh,
when
very, very, very
you
interesting
combine
because yeah,
the two the two things, it's a great from here.
y- yes, I think that's a very good point that you make. That the performance of kids when they're in our program, and especially in Bogota, they have been able to perform and talk at the same time, and not just say, "Hey, here's the trick," right? And we've developed. They develop a story and they tell a story. But I think you because it's a different experience for you. You see it radically different, but I think it's not that radically different. It's different, but not that big of a difference, because I've had the pleasure of seeing your students perform, and I think they do a wonderful job of doing it. Before we get into that, I just wanted to ask you two questions, Mario. It was like, or three questions. When did you first hear about Magicians Without Borders? And what was your first thought about it, about Magicians Without Borders? Are, are you still there, Mario?
Hello, hola.
Hola.
Mario, we
Can you
have
hear
you.
me?
We can hear you. We cannot see you, but we can hear you. Maybe if you want, you can try to log out and log in. O sea, salte, Mario, y vuélvete a meter a ver si mejora la conexión. Si de pronto te puedes conectar desde un PC, de pronto funciona mejor. Porque si te estamos oyendo con mucho delay y no te estamos como escuchando bien. Entonces, salte y vuelve a meterte, ¿vale? So, before we continue with Mario, I just wanted to show you
Okay, I will try.
everybody. Just wanted to show everybody this. So this is these are the kids that Mario is teaching. These are the kids that are from El Salvador, and we have a bunch of kids, and one of them, as you can see, the only woman there is the one that we're gonna meet in a little bit. Her name is Kimberly, and she has been exposed to things that she has not been exposed before. This is them right before they do a show. They actually did a show for the mayor of their town.
Is that the
So
mayor right there?
I want to say that he is, but Mario and Kimberly are going to tell us if he is. Pero Kimberly, tú me puedes decir si con los deditos, si el que está ahí en la foto es el alcalde de Ahuachapán. ¿Ese sí es? Sí, sí es. Yeah, he is the mayor actually. So that's the mayor of Ahuachapán, and they actually performed for him. One of the earliest shows that they did was for him. So that's pretty cool. So right before we ask Kimberly to join us, I want to show you guys that they have been, exposed to media. Mario has done a wonderful job of, getting them to be in front of the news. But I want us to see firsthand a video of Kimberly doing a performance. This video is awesome because she's doing exactly what Mario was saying. She's performing and telling a story, and the story is just, the story is just amazing. It's just very inspiring. The video is very long, but we're just gonna see the first couple of minutes. so that we can get a sense of what it is that she is saying. So let me just try and do this with the audio so that we can hear her pretty good. Here we go. So here it is. Let's see if we can hear Kimberly doing her show.
Hola, buenas tardes, ¿cómo están?
So actually our connection is not that good right now, so let me just try and have it load a
Espero que se
little bit
encuentren
more
muy bien. Como ya escucharon mi nombre.
and see if we can have it. There we go. Whoopale. We're having some issues today.
It's okay.
Okay, so while this charges, while this loads, let's just welcome them all. So Kimberly, bienvenida, y Mario, bienvenido, y vamos a tener una conversación entre los cuatro. Entonces,
Kimberly.
Kimberly, bienvenida, ¿cómo estás?
Bien,
Mucho gusto.
gracias, igual.
¿Cómo estás, Kimberly? Yo quiero hacerles esta pregunta a ambos. I want to make this question for both of you. So, entonces, Kimberly y Mario, ¿cuándo fue la primera vez que escucharon de Magos Sin Fronteras? When was the first time that you heard about Magicians Without Borders? And what were your feelings about it? ¿Y qué sintieron cuando les dijeron que era Magos Sin Fronteras? Entonces, Kimberly, si quieres tú primero, cuéntame.
Yo escuché primera vez de Magos Sin Fronteras cuando Mario Sierra presentó un show en un centro juvenil al que yo asistía. Y a mí se me hizo muy interesante y me inscribí en él.
Ok, buenísimo. ¿Y qué sentiste cuando te dijeron eso es Magos Sin Fronteras?
Yo me emocioné un montón y aún más cuando me dijeron que solo yo era la única niña. Sentía bien emocionada.
Okay, perfect. So she's saying that the first time that she, heard about Magicians Without Borders was when Mario, of course, did a presentation, and she was very excited because she was the first, the only woman, the only girl there. So, Mario, cuéntanos, ¿tú cuándo fue la primera vez que escuchaste de Magos Sin Fronteras? Mario, no te estamos escuchando, tienes el micrófono en silencio, entonces no sé si de pronto lo puedes como poner poner tu micrófono, Mario. Que no te escuchamos, Mario, creo que Mario está teniendo problemas de conexión. Mario, no te escuchamos, we're having some issues with Mario. Entonces, Mario, intenta conectar de nuevo los audífonos, a ver si te podemos escuchar. Kimberly, mientras Mario se puede conectar con el audio, yo te quería preguntar, ¿cuándo te enteraste tú, después de estar en Magos Sin Fronteras, de la primera presentación que tenías que hacer en público? ¿Tú te acuerdas de esa, de la primera presentación que tuviste que hacer?
Hola, creo que
Mario,
sí.
ahí
Hola.
estás, eso, bueno, ahí estás.
Ah,
Mario,
Hola.
entonces,
Sí.
devolvámonos a esa pregunta, Mario. ¿Cuándo fue la primera vez que tú escuchaste Magos Sin Fronteras? Y ahorita venimos contigo, Kimberly, y me contestas esa pregunta, ¿vale? Entonces, Mario, ¿cuándo fue la primera vez que tú escuchaste de Magos Sin Fronteras? I think we have a huge delay.
Okay, I remember that when I heard the Magician Without Borders, when the program is here in Santa Ana, because when I study in the university, my teacher told me in Santa Ana exists two magicians, the Bonte and Michael Six Muldoon, because my teacher is staying as a prosar. I remember as a prosar, and my teacher met the Bonte and Michael Six Muldoon. In this time, I I do I did magic in my country in El Salvador. Eh, I heard to Magician Without Borders and 2016. I remember 2016 or 2017. I don't remember. But for me, when I heard the Magician Without Borders, it was amazing because I like to support to another people, to help another people, but I I didn't have a connection with this magician. And I remember that I wrote to Carlos López, but Carlos López told me, yes, it's a great, but you the beginning you can do to Magic Social with what app? I remember the app is the real hero,
Yes. Yes.
but after Carlos Lopez and me lost the connection, lost the talk, and and I never to heard to Magician Without Borders, but in social media I met to Marisela and Peter.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that I write to Peter if I don't remember, but in the 2000, 2016, 2017, I heard you for first time with Magician Without Borders.
Okay, okay, good, good. Y Mario, what was the process and what were you feeling when you, after being like a teacher of Magicians Without Borders, right? And you were a teacher with the kids for a while. What were your thoughts and what were your feelings when you were preparing them to do their first public show? Do you remember the first public show that they did? And what were you feeling when you were training them?
The show from Magician Without Borders, or when I select the magicians?
No, the first one that they did that you did with the kids.
That your students did.
The from Magician Without Borders, when we press when the magician to present to 300 people the first
Wow.
time.
Wow.
Yes, it's crazy. It's crazy because when I learn magic, always um, uh, I I don't have the privilegio. I don't know how do you say in English.
Privilege? Yeah.
Privilege that I have a one teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and I when I perform in my first time, I very nervous. I don't have a teacher. If I have a one mistake, teacher no put in the stage and survivor and survivor and when and so when the partner KOIKA told me Mario, the in 3 weeks we have a graduation for another course here in KOIKA, and told me, and the director told me it's possible the magician without borders can be performing in this time, and Mario Sierra say, "Oh
Of
yes,
course,
yes,"
yes.
because we have to. I remember 3 to 5 months with learn magic with magician without borders,
Mhm.
and so with the first time it's crazy because Kimberly, Raul, Alexis performing to 3,000 people here in Ahuachapán. It's
Yeah, it's pretty
all
cool.
people do a perfect show.
So cool, so cool. So this is crazy, right? That the first public show that your students do is a show for 300 people, right? In a graduation environment for another class. That's crazy. So I just want to hear Kimberly. Entonces, Mario nos acaba de contar lo que él sentía cuando los estaba entrenando ustedes para que hicieran un espectáculo para 300 personas y era como el primer espectáculo que hacían. Entonces, ¿tú te acuerdas cómo fue eso? ¿Qué sentías tú cuando te ibas a presentar? I'm just asking Kimberly if she remembers what was it like to be, being prepared for that show and when she did that show.
Yeah.
Sí, yo recuerdo que Mario Sierra nos estuvo preparando muchísimo y nos dijo que íbamos a tener la oportunidad de presentarlo al público, ¿verdad? Pero que necesitábamos practicar mucho para que todo saliera bien. Y estuvimos practicando y aún así siempre nos sentíamos nerviosos y todo. Se llegó el día y pues todo salió bien y le gustó mucho
Excelente,
al
excelente.
público.
Lo voy a traducir. So she's saying that, yeah, she remembers how well and well trained they were by Mario, and he was, very keen on training them, but she was super nervous of going up on stage and doing, doing it, doing the first show. So she was very, very, very nervous. Y después del espectáculo, Kimberly, después de que terminaste, ¿te acuerdas qué sensación tuviste? I'm just asking her, like, after the show, if she remembers what were her feelings after she performed.
Yeah.
Sí, se siente una satisfacción, ya como que de estar en un punto súper nervioso, ya se siente uno bien tranquilo y ver que todos le aplauden a uno, se siente bien.
Yeah, she's saying, that she feels a huge amount of satisfaction
Yeah.
after doing the show, and that she
Wait,
was very nervous, but then whoop, she gets back and she's like eager to receive the applause. What were you gonna say, Mario?
yes, but the surprise for Marishan without borders that 1 month later, the city hall here in Ahuachapán told me it's possible that Maisha without borders performing in the park of the city. And Mario, yes, it's
We're ready. We can
okay.
do it. Yes.
Yeah. The months later, Maisha without borders performing in the park of the city with another environment. It's totally different. That not the same in the stage that at the outdoors. But today, when Magician Without Borders performing, all the people, it's crazy because in the old country in the world, the art always stay in the capital, but in El Salvador, I broke this part because I Magician Without Borders stay in Ahuachapán. Ahuachapán stay 1 hour 20 minutes for the capital, and all magicians stay in Ahuachapán, not in the capital from El Salvador, and it's a great experience from Ahuachapán because in Ahuachapán the art it's very difficult that que como despegue.
See, the takeoff. The art will
Take
take off.
off. Yes, and thank you from Magician Without Borders in Ahuachapán. All people say, "Oh, Magician Without Borders." When people see one children do Magician Without Borders, hey, you are the Magician Without Borders. It's crazy. It's amazing because it's a powerful in for person.
Yes, that's so true, Mario. And yeah, this is Michael here is saying that it's wonderful that she was able to transcend that stage fear and perform. Kimberly, aquí te están diciendo que es grandioso ver cómo tú pudiste trascender ese miedo que tuviste y así tuvieras miedo, igual te presentaste. Que eso es algo de felicitar y que muestra mucho coraje. Entonces te están felicitando por ahí. Y sí, Mario, eso, el poder que les da a ellos de reconocimiento de que, es que ustedes son los magos, eso es buenísimo.
Yes.
That recognition that, they're the magicians, you're the magician, that's wonderful because that gives them, a different a sense of purpose and a sense of belonging, of being different. I don't know if you feel that, Tom, when you hear these stories about performance in magic in these places.
No, I've heard that so many times around the world that being a magician feels very special. And people look to you and, oh, you're a magician, mago, maga. It makes one feel important and special in the community. I would like to ask Kimberly, what is it that she likes about doing magic? What is it that she likes about doing magic?
Ok, Kimberly, Tom te quiere preguntar a ti, ¿qué es lo que más te gusta de cuando haces magia, cuando haces un espectáculo de magia? ¿Qué es lo que
It
más te gusta?
may be more than one thing, a couple of things.
Lo que más te gusta, todo lo que te gusta cuando haces magia.
Pues a mí algo que en serio me llena es ver que no solo me hace feliz a mí, sino también hago feliz a muchas personas.
It's a wonderful answer. She's saying that something she really likes is that it not only makes her feel happy,
But making
Yes, she has the ability to make the other ones happy.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Sí, Kimberly, qué buena respuesta. That's such a great answer because that's what you when you first get into magic, that's a wonderful sense of discovery that you have, that what I do can actually have an immediate impact on somebody else that's right there with me now. I think that's super powerful.
Has doing magic changed her life in any way, or sense of herself, or her relationship with other people, or how has it changed her life?
Ok, Kimberly, Tom te quiere preguntar que si, y esta también va para ti, o sea, primero Kimberly y después Mario. ¿Tú crees, Kimberly, que el hecho de hacer magia y estar en este programa te ha cambiado en algo? ¿Ha cambiado en algo tu vida, tu percepción de ti misma o tu relación con los demás?
Sí, me ha ayudado bastante. Siento como más confianza en mí misma, también a ser una persona más disciplinada. Me ha ayudado muchas cosas a interactuar con más personas y vencer los nervios.
Okay, perfect. Yes, she's saying that she feels more self-secure, like more self-esteem. That she's also more disciplined. And that she's also been able to interact differently and more with other people. So
wow,
that's pretty good. So Mario, how about you? How has magic changed you, and how has being a teacher of Magicians Without Borders changed you?
Yes, it's a changed my life because when I met the magic, always say, oh, why not change the people sadly to people happy? When the magic is this is magic, because when you do a one trick, for example, that 1 second, but this second it's values because 1 second people are happy, and
why does magic is for me is the best part of my life. I love magic. It changed my life, but and now when I that this is opportunity with magician with our borders. What I am teacher from here in El Salvador. It's very difficult because why? Oh, okay. I never had a one teacher for magician. Always YouTube, always Pink with Magic, always Tier 11, always illusionist. But not the same that you have one teacher for a one student and say no. This trick only is this. This trick is this, but for me change a different it's a different because it's my passion. It's my passion. And I like with a student stay with cards, stay with a student when I told the student uh, and in this time I practice what a book because the magic always say the magic no it's only videos, no it's only teacher. Always needs a book from different magician, but it's changed part of my life. Say be a teacher too.
Awesome, Mario. Thank you for all that. I think listening to this, it sparks so many thoughts in our minds of what we're doing really works. It's really powerful. So I wanted to take this conversation off on 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 asking Kimberly and Mario. Yo quiero preguntarle a Kimberly y a Mario, what is different in the experience that you have when performing magic, that you just told us what you feel when you do it virtually. Entonces, Kimberly, te quería preguntar a Mario, ¿cuál es la diferencia de lo que sienten cuando hacen magia, pero ahora la hacen de manera virtual? ¿Cuál es la diferencia a hacerla presencial a virtual? Kimberly, ¿tú qué opinas?
Yo siento que no es lo mismo la reacción de las personas a que estar frente a una cámara y sin saber cómo reaccionar la persona
Sí,
o
es súper
algo
difícil,
así.
¿no? She's just saying that the difference between doing virtual magic and live magic is that she has the phone and she's seeing herself perform, but she's not seeing any audience reactions, and that's so hard. Mario, what do you think?
Yes, it's different because the control is different. Not the same that you have in the stage and you touch the spectator, but virtually you don't have touch the spectator, and it's what's it's different. And you always have the control because it's totally different. It's totally different.
Yeah.
I know. Tom, what do you think? Is it totally different?
Well,
Is it hard?
I have a very difficult time with virtual magic because for me, I think what Mario may have been saying about his experience in Colombia when he saw the magicians and Tamara performing, that they spoke and they told stories with their magic. That's for me what connects the magician to the audience. And I find that very difficult when it's only virtual, that connection, because that's such a big part of what makes it magic to me
Completely agree.
is being with live people and seeing their expressions and feeling them and having them come up after the show, and all of that is all part of the magic. you know.
Yes, and I just wanted to bring this up because I want to congratulate Mario and Kimberly publicly here because they actually did a show, a virtual show in August, and they did it for more than 200 people.
Wow.
Of different nationalities in English, and it was very, very, very challenging. So I just want I'm going to try and share the video again of the introduction video of that show. Let's see if this works. Let me see. That's it. Let me see. Here it goes. I don't know if you're hearing anything. I'm not hearing anything, but
Yeah, I heard something.
okay, this is okay. While this is loading, let's see if it loads. But I wanted to say to Mario and Kimberly, Mario y Kimberly, entonces quiero que ustedes me cuenten cómo fue esa experiencia de hacer un show virtual para más de 200 personas de distintos países. ¿Qué sintieron ustedes cuando hicieron este show? Entonces Kimberly primero y después Mario.
Esa fue una experiencia, fue increíble, pero de mi parte requirió mucho valor porque ya no se trataba de presentar un show a nivel nacional, sino que a nivel internacional, pero ya luego yo me sentí orgullosa de mí misma por ver lo que he logrado gracias a Amados Sin Fronteras.
So yeah, so she's saying that it was very challenging, but she was super proud because it was the first time that she did a show for international audience, and that's a big step on any magician's life, right?
Amazing, yes.
Yeah, when you do a show for an international audience, right? But this time, well, thanks to the pandemic and the technology, we had the chance to do it virtually. So here she is on Zoom with over 200 people watching her, and she did a wonderful performance that I'm going to leave the show, the link to the show that she did on the show notes on the episode, on the podcast episode. So you can see it. The first half is all with subtitles, and it was super challenging. So Mario, what do you think? What were you feeling when you were doing this show?
Yeah, I think that the virtual show is another step for actually. And when I performed in these shows from, I don't remember the name. What is the organization?
Perform the World.
So yeah, performing the world.
Performing the world. When Carlos López say, "Oh, in the meeting that we had, all as in the show will be stay 300. I don't remember 300 to 250. I don't remember. But it's crazy because it was my first show virtually in English, because I don't speak English very good, but I will try always. But it's my first time in English performing, connect to people, and when I started with a trick, with a bottle, and shake with a glass. When I saw the comments, oh, the people, the people like the show.
Yeah.
One person put, oh, it's Mario, it's funny. It's funny. Yes, you're always smiling in my show, because it's in my part to work. Always smile, because people for inside to the body can be sadly, maybe I stay silently, but the smile never in my magic show, and in this time in this show, and for in the work, one person put it's funny, I like, and I follow the trick. It was an experience.
Yes, I think it was a very challenging experience, and that's why I think you guys did wonderful. Kimberly y Mario, fue una experiencia muy difícil, pero ustedes lo hicieron muy bien. And as Michael here said, that he's saying that the connection is a big part of the fun. When shows go particularly well, you're engaging in a dance between you and your audience. It is as though you throw energy to them and they throw it back to you over and over, and the energy expands as the show goes on.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
It's super well said, Michael. I mean, it's wonderfully put, and I think that they actually made that happen on that show. It was such an engaging show, very hard to do virtually, but I mean, they did a wonderful, wonderful job of it. And Kimberly y Mario, ustedes ya
Can I
hicieron.
say something, Carlos?
Yes,
Yeah.
sure.
I think it relates for me when I first started performing in, say, refugee camps almost 20 years ago now, to people who did not speak English, and I did not speak their language. It forced me to develop my magic in a way that I think has really, really changed because I relied a lot on language and on speaking and telling stories and all of that in my magic. But when I had to perform for people who didn't understand English, I had to become much bigger. I had to become more dramatic, more theatrical. And I think this virtual magic is going to really improve when people go back and now they're with a live audience. I think what they learned from doing virtual magic is going to make them much better performers, because it's making them communicate from a distance, from a physical distance. And I think it's very powerful.
Yes, I think it's very, very powerful.
Yes,
I sure hope so.
I think that the magic is a language that universal language. How do you how say?
That's it. Universal language. Yes.
Maybe noise maybe sometimes not necessary to speak because the magic speak alone. It's great.
Yeah, you're multiplying. I saw that show that you did for Performing the World, and you're multiplying bottles and the glass going back and forth is a perfect virtual magic routine because it's so visual, and everyone, no matter whether they're in China or India or El Salvador or New York, they can understand, where did that bottle come from? And now there's two of them. And now there's three of them. Where are they coming from? And the glass was there and now it's here. And you don't have to say anything. The magic says it all. It's a language, like you said. Very, very good, Mario. Yeah.
Yes, that show was just on point. It was wonderful. I'll leave the link on the show notes. I wanted to go to Kimberly's show, because in that virtual show, Kimberly tells a little bit of the story of how she got into Magicians Without Borders.
Oh, good.
And one particular piece of the show that I tried to show on the video and couldn't is that she says that she felt fortunate that she was chosen to be part of Magicians Without Borders, but she knew that it was going to be a hard road ahead, because most women in magic are perceived as the magician's assistant, not the magician. And with that said, Mario has done a great job on empowering her, right? And exposing her to different things like this one, like she being the only women magician in Ahuachapán and in most of El Salvador, right? That she has become newsworthy. So now media comes to interview her because of her unique point of view of being a woman in Ahuachapán and doing magic. So I think that's incredibly empowering, and I want to thank Mario for doing that. But I want to hear from Kimberly, and I want to ask a bunch of questions to Kimberly. Entonces, Kimberly, yo estoy hablando de lo importante que fue para ti el empezar con magia y el saber que te estabas enfrentando a un mundo donde no había muchas magas y que la mayoría de magas son consideradas la asistente del mago y no la maga. Y esa percepción, ¿cómo la sientes ahora? Que estás siendo pues tú una maga de Ahuachapán y que las noticias van y te hacen entrevistas. ¿Cómo te sientes siendo una maga ahorita?
Pues yo me siento orgullosa de ser algo que no es muy común ver hoy en día.
Okay. She's saying that she feels extremely proud of being what she is today. Yeah. Kimberly, ¿qué ha sido lo más difícil que tú has tenido que aprender desde que estás en Magos Sin Fronteras? I just asked Kimberly what is the most difficult thing that she had to learn while being in Magicians Without Borders.
Yo siento que todo ha tenido sus complicaciones, todo ha requerido esfuerzo, mucha práctica, pero siento que algo con lo que me ha costado lidiar es aprender a controlar mis nervios. Siempre me ha costado eso al presentar un show o cuando me piden algún reportaje o algo.
Okay.
Siempre.
So she's saying that the hardest thing that she has to learn was, of course, she has to practice a lot. She has to be super disciplined in learning something. But the hardest part is, managing herself and her nervousness, trying to deal with the anxiousness of performing.
Kimberly, I have been performing for 45 years and I still get nervous before a magic show.
Sí, Tom te acaba de decir que él lleva presentándose 45 años y él todavía se pone nervioso antes de los espectáculos.
And do you stop being nervous once you start performing?
Cuando haces ya la presentación, ¿se te calman los nervios ya cuando estás presentándote?
Cuando veo la primera reacción buena del público, ya uno se calma y empieza ya a desarrollar su papel.
Okay, she's saying that when she sees the first good reaction to her show, that's when she calms down and starts doing a better job.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, when Kimberly was talking about performing a minute ago, I saw the look on Mario's face. He was like a very proud father. And I can tell he's very, very proud of you, Kimberly. And what a wonderful performer you have become.
Kimberly, mira lo que dijo Tom tan bonito. Tom dijo que cuando tú estabas hablando cuando te estabas presentando, él vio como los ojos de Mario se llenaron de orgullo y se veía como si fuera una persona que estuviera un papá orgulloso de su hijo. Entonces te está diciendo que él está seguro que Mario está muy orgulloso de ti.
I am so excited that the very first trip that Carlos and I are going to take after the pandemic is to come to El Salvador. Número uno.
Entonces, lo primero que vamos a hacer cuando se pueda viajar, Mario y Kimberly, es ir al Salvador a conocernos frente a frente porque estamos que nos vamos ya para allá.
I am so excited to meet Mario and Kimberly and the other magos. It's great.
Estamos muy emocionados de conocerlos y de ir hasta allá y de empezar como a ver de primera mano esto. Antes de despedirnos, yo quiero hacer una pregunta y es Kimberly y Mario, y esta sí quiero que ambos me la respondan. Cada uno de ustedes cree, o sea, pues Kimberly, ¿tú crees que Kimberly es diferente por haber pasado por Magos Sin Fronteras?
Yo Siento que sí, soy diferente porque, como mencioné, ahora me siento más segura de mí misma y más llena, más feliz que antes. Me ayudan muchas cosas buenas. Siento diferente.
Okay, I just asked Kimberly, like, is Kimberly different because of going through Magicians Without Borders? And she said yes. She said that she feels more fulfilled, she feels more happy, and she feels that she can now do things that obviously she couldn't do before, and she feels that more fulfilled. That's very, very interesting answer. So, Mario, ¿tú crees que Mario Sierra es diferente por esa experiencia de ser profesor de Magos Sin Fronteras?
Pues yo siento que yo siempre lo he visto a él a la hora de impartir las clases, él no es aburrido, él siempre está contento, a la hora de enseñarnos es paciente. Realmente siento que sí, es una gran persona como mago y todo.
Okay, so Kimberly is just saying that Mario must be different because he's very patient with them. He's very welcoming and very thoughtful when he teaches, and he has always been a wonderful person to them as students. So Mario, what do you think? Do you think you are different because you are now a teacher of Magicians Without Borders? Mario, do you think you are different? Do you think Mario is a different person because he is now, or because he has gone through being a teacher of Magicians Without Borders?
It's my life is different now.
Yeah, are you a different person? Yeah.
From the it's another yes. It's complete yes. Yes, because Magician Without Borders is I always say it's a big program, a great program that changed the life not only for teacher, it, if a student too. For me, I'm other person because the world is open for the another vision for magic, because no it's the same magic, corporate magic, show magic, social magic is totally different, and Magician Without Borders changed my person, my life, and another things.
So wonderful to hear.
The last
So,
couple of weeks, when we talked with Michael and when we talked to Devante, it came up a number of times that we think we're giving to these young magicians, but we're getting so much back, at the same time. And I just want to thank you so much, Mario, for what you're
Thank
doing
you for the opportunity.
in Ahuachapán. It is such a blessing for Magicians Without Borders and for your students. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you, Magician Without Borders, for select me here in El Salvador.
I'm so excited to meet you. Yeah.
I'm so excited too.
Okay.
Kimberly, Mario, this was amazing. Thank you for sharing all of this. Kimberly, gracias por esas palabras que nos dices, que nos recuerda mucho que los estudiantes de Magos Sin Fronteras nos dan tanto a los profesores. O sea, el yo solamente haber estado contigo para un par de espectáculos virtuales, tú me has mostrado tanto y me has dado tanto que es, o sea, es indescriptible. O sea, verte a ti esforzarte para hacer un espectáculo, verte a ti prepararlo, verte a ti con ansiedad para hacerlo bien, eso a mí me hace sentir muy bien, y me hace sentir que lo que estamos haciendo tiene un destino muy bueno en alguien como tú. Entonces quería agradecerte, Kimberly, Y Mario, también te quería agradecer porque pues sin ti pues no estaríamos hablando aquí con Kimberly hoy y tener a dos personas de Ahuachapán, El Salvador, con todos los perros, sin toda la realidad que está pasando allá al fondo. Muchas gracias por eso. So I was just saying thank you to Kimberly for those words that she said, because hearing those words validates what we do and makes it worth it. Makes our effort worth it.
Yeah.
And thank you to Mario for being our liaison there. And thank you for having two people from Ahuachapán, El Salvador here today on our Magicians Without Borders conversation episode. So any final words, Tom?
Just once again, I'm so grateful and happy and thankful to Mario for what he's been doing this last year. And Kimberly, I'm so excited to meet you and to perform with you and to see you performing. We will do that. Yes, we will.
Que Tom está muy emocionado de conocerte y que está más emocionado aún de ir hasta allá, verte en persona y que ambos se presenten al tiempo y que lo vamos a hacer en algún momento, pero lo vamos a hacer. Entonces ya nos estamos despidiendo. Mario, Kimberly, ¿algunas últimas palabras?
No, yo quería agradecerles por brindar esa oportunidad a jóvenes como yo para aprender cosas buenas y ayudarnos a ser mejores personas.
So Kimberly just said thank you for showing us a new opportunity to do something different that we can learn and do so many with it.
Yeah.
To young people like myself. So she's very grateful. We're very con muchísimo gusto, Kimberly. Mario, últimas palabras.
Thank you, Carlos, for it's possible to are possible this meeting. And it's a pleasure to stay with Tom Verner. It's my first time with Tom Verner. It's a great person. Thank you for this program, for Magicians Without Borders. And it's the beginning to the big art from here at Ahuachapán. And I hope to see in another time. And welcome to Ahuachapán when you decide.
Gracias.
Gracias. And I just want to thank everybody for being here. And as always, if you feel that this is something that it's worth backing, please help us out. You can help us out in two ways. You can donate directly to us in our webpage, www.magicianswithoutborders.com/donate. That's a very good way to help us. But the other way that you can support us is by shopping on Amazon. So if you already shop on Amazon and you get your things through Amazon, you can shop through smile.amazon.com. And when you do that, it's the same Amazon website, but you can choose a nonprofit or a charity to support. So you can select Magicians Without Borders, and every time you shop, Amazon will donate something to us. So Tom, thank you so much for this 7th episode. This has been great.
And thank you, Carlos. You're carrying the dream of Magicians Without Borders further and further. Thank you.
And we will take it further with people like Mario. So thank you so much. Hasta luego. Ciao, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Buenos noches.